Picture a small island nation bathed in the warmth of the sun, where the first light of dawn paints the sky in hues of gold and pink. This island, with its rolling hills and verdant landscapes, is a place of natural beauty and tranquility. Its shores kissed by crystal-clear waters, the gentle waves creating a soothing symphony that echoes through the air. The beaches, with their pristine sands, are a testament to the untouched beauty of this paradise. This is Economica, a land where life was once simple and serene. The island's inhabitants lived in harmony with nature, their lives intertwined with the rhythms of the earth and sea. Its people, a close-knit community of farmers, lived off the land, their days filled with the rhythm of sowing and reaping. From dawn till dusk, they toiled in the fields, their hands working the soil, planting seeds and nurturing crops. They traded their surplus with neighbouring islands, ensuring a modest but comfortable existence. The marketplace was a bustling hub of activity, where villagers exchanged goods, stories and laughter, strengthening the bonds of their community. Life was predictable, and for the most part, everyone was content. The simplicity of their existence brought a sense of peace and fulfillment that many in the modern world might envy. The heart of Economica was its fertile land. Every year, families would till the soil, plant their seeds and patiently wait for nature's bounty. The land was more than just a means of sustenance. It was a source of pride and identity for the people of Economica. Their connection to the land ran deep, passed down through generations like a cherished heirloom. The knowledge of farming techniques, the understanding of the seasons, and the respect for nature were all part of their heritage. The elders held the wisdom of the seasons, guiding the community with their knowledge of weather patterns and optimal planting times. Their advice was invaluable, ensuring that the community could thrive even in the face of adversity. Life in those early days was not without its challenges. The yield of the crops was at the mercy of the elements, and a poor monsoon season could spell hardship for the entire island. The farmers faced the unpredictability of nature with a stoic determination, knowing that their survival depended on their resilience. Yet the people of Economica faced these challenges with resilience, their communal spirit serving as a beacon of hope during tough times. They supported each other through thick and thin, their unity and cooperation ensuring that no one faced hardship alone. The island was not just a place of work, but also of joy and celebration. Festivals and communal gatherings were a regular part of life, where families and friends came together to share meals, stories and laughter. These moments of togetherness strengthened the fabric of their society, making it more resilient and cohesive. As the sun rose each day, it brought with it a sense of renewal and hope. The people of Economica greeted each morning with a sense of purpose, ready to face whatever challenges the day might bring. Their lives, though simple, were rich with meaning and connection. The changing seasons brought a rhythm to their lives, each one with its own tasks and activities. From planting in the spring to harvesting in the fall, the cycle of the seasons was a constant reminder of the passage of time and the enduring connection between the people and their land. The spirit of cooperation extended beyond farming. The community worked together on various projects, from building and repairing homes to maintaining communal spaces. This collective effort not only improved their living conditions, but also reinforced their sense of unity and shared purpose. The elders played a crucial role in preserving the cultural heritage of Economica. Through stories, songs and traditions, they passed down the values and wisdom of their ancestors to the younger generations, ensuring that the legacy of their forebears would continue to thrive. As the day came to a close, the island would be bathed in the soft glow of the setting sun. The villagers would gather to reflect on the day's work, share a meal and enjoy the tranquility of their surroundings. It was a time of rest and rejuvenation, preparing them for the challenges and opportunities of the days to come. Under the starry night sky, the island of Economica would rest, its people dreaming of a future that, while uncertain, was filled with the promise of new beginnings and endless possibilities. The humble beginnings of Economica were marked by a deep connection to the land, a strong sense of community, and an unwavering resilience that would shape its destiny for generations to come. One year, a young woman named Sarah, known for her inquisitive mind and tireless work ethic, had an idea. She was always curious, always looking for ways to improve the world around her. Her mind was a whirlwind of thoughts and possibilities, constantly seeking solutions to everyday problems. She'd observed her family struggling with the traditional wooden ploughs, their progress slow and laborious. The wooden ploughs were heavy and inefficient, often breaking and requiring constant repairs. The farmers' days were long and grueling, with little to show for their hard work. Sarah saw the toll it took on her family and the community, and she knew there had to be a better way. She believed there had to be a better way. Determined to find a solution, Sarah spent countless hours researching and experimenting. She studied the mechanics of ploughs, read about different materials, and sketched numerous designs. Her determination was unwavering, and she was driven by the desire to make a difference. After weeks of tinkering in her workshop, she emerged with a new design. A plough crafted from metal, stronger and more efficient than anything they had used before. The metal plough was not only more durable, but also easier to handle. It cut through the soil with ease, making the task of tilling much less strenuous. Sarah's invention was a game changer. This invention, simple yet revolutionary, changed everything. The metal plough was a marvel of engineering, combining strength and efficiency in a way that had never been seen before. It was a testament to Sarah's ingenuity and hard work. The new plough significantly reduced the time and effort required for tilling, leading to a dramatic increase in crop yield. Farmers could now plough their fields in a fraction of the time it used to take, allowing them to plant more crops and harvest more produce. The impact was immediate and profound. Economica was soon producing more than it ever had. The fields were lush and green, filled with healthy, thriving crops. The farmers were no longer exhausted and overworked. Instead, they were energized and optimistic about the future. The community began to flourish. Storehouses overflowed with grain, and the marketplace buzzed with activity. The abundance of produce led to bustling trade, with merchants and buyers filling the market square. The once quiet and struggling marketplace was now a hub of commerce and prosperity. This newfound prosperity touched every corner of the island. The benefits of Sarah's invention were felt by everyone, from the farmers in the fields to the shopkeepers in the town. The entire community experienced a transformation, moving from hardship to abundance. Families had more food, more to trade, and for the first time, a surplus that allowed them to dream beyond their basic needs. They could invest in their homes, their education, and their future. The island of Economica had entered a new era of prosperity, all thanks to Sarah's innovative spirit and determination. The aroma of freshly baked bread soon wafted through the bustling marketplace, a testament to Economica's newfound prosperity. Tom, an enterprising young man, had always dreamed of opening a bakery. Seeing the island's growing appetite for more than just the essentials, he decided to take a leap of faith. However, building a bakery required capital, something Tom was short of. He approached the island's moneylender, a shrewd but fair man named Mr. Golding, for a loan. Mr. Golding, impressed by Tom's plan and encouraged by the island's economic boom, agreed to lend him the money at a reasonable interest rate. Tom's bakery was an instant success. The allure of freshly baked bread proved irresistible, and soon he found himself struggling to keep up with the demand. He needed to expand, to hire more hands, and to buy more ovens. Once again, he turned to Mr. Golding for another loan. Section 4. The Long Road of Leverage. Tom's story was not unique. Across Economica, others were also emboldened by the wave of prosperity. Farmers borrowed to buy more land and invest in Sarah's innovative ploughs. New businesses sprouted, fueled by readily available credit, each success story adding another layer to the island's growing debt. At first, this debt-fueled growth seemed like a virtuous cycle. Borrowing allowed businesses to expand, creating more jobs and generating more income, which in turn allowed them to service their debts. The island was riding high on a wave of optimism, with no end in sight to the boom. However, what many failed to realize was that this debt-driven growth was creating an imbalance. The island's prosperity was becoming increasingly reliant on its ability to borrow and consume more rather than on its fundamental capacity to produce. The seeds of a future crisis were being sown. Section 5. The breaking point. The tide began to turn when Mr. Golding, now the island's de facto banker, noticed a worrying trend. The financial charts he meticulously reviewed each day began to show signs of strain. The numbers, once a source of pride and optimism, now painted a grim picture of the island's economic health. While businesses continued to borrow and expand, their profits were not growing at the same pace. The initial excitement of growth and expansion was giving way to anxiety and uncertainty. Business owners who had once been confident in their ventures now found themselves grappling with the harsh reality of stagnant profits. The easy credit that had fueled the boom was now leading to overinvestment and speculation. Many had taken on more debt than they could handle, betting on future profits that were now proving elusive. The once bustling storefronts began to empty, and the conversations in offices turned increasingly towards financial difficulties and survival strategies. The first sign of trouble was when a prominent fishing company, which had borrowed heavily to expand its fleet, failed to make its loan repayment to Mr. Golding. This company had been a cornerstone of the island's economy, and its failure sent shockwaves through the community. The sight of empty fishing boats at the dock became a stark symbol of the growing crisis. News of the default spread like wildfire through the island, shattering the prevailing sense of optimism. The community, once united in their pursuit of prosperity, now found themselves facing an uncertain future. Meetings that were once filled with hopeful discussions about growth were now dominated by concerns about survival and stability. Fearing further defaults, Mr. Golding started calling in loans, forcing others to sell assets to repay their debts. The pressure to liquidate assets created a sense of panic among business owners and individuals alike. Offices that had once been filled with the hum of productivity were now scenes of hurried packing and somber farewells. This triggered a domino effect. As more businesses closed their doors and individuals sold off personal items, the island's economy began to contract rapidly. The once vibrant marketplace was now dotted with for sale signs and yard sales, as people desperately tried to raise cash to meet their obligations. As asset prices began to fall, the value of collateral backing the loans also declined, making the crisis even worse. The declining stock market graphs and the increasing number of properties for sale were clear indicators of the deepening financial turmoil. The real estate market, once a pillar of stability, was now in freefall. The island was caught in a vicious cycle of debt deflation. As businesses and individuals struggled to repay their debts, the overall economic activity slowed down, leading to further declines in income and asset values. The deserted streets and the distressed faces of people poring over their bank statements told the story of an island grappling with a financial crisis that seemed to have no end in sight.